Hello dear students, I hope you all are fit and fine, and I hope you all are getting very healthy schedule of your life right now when you are sitting at your home. And I also hope that the syllabus which we are trying to complete step by step, part by part into the lessons, you are also giving us support from your side. I hope that, and you are also revising this, all the things which we are teaching you over the online lectures on the YouTube. Now in this virtual lecture, we need to understand that lessons related especially with the English are the lessons which are giving you some kinds of a hint of theory that how you should live the life. Also sometimes these lessons are teaching you what kind of life color could be. Means different textures of the life can be there. Some stories may be inspiring you and many more things. Today we are going to meet a person in this virtual lecture who has written your whole of the story of the chapter number 2 from the moment, that is the adventure of Toto. I hope you have guessed the name. Now the name is Ruskin Bond. Now who is Ruskin Bond? This is the name here, written by Ruskin Bond. Who is Ruskin Bond? Let's understand first of all about him only. So if you talk about the Ruskin Bond born on 19th May and 1934, and if you go more further, he's an Indian writer. He's an Indian writer. If you talk about, is an Indian author, writer of the British. If you talk about the British descents, means his main origin is coming from the British, though he's living in India. Now he lives with us. If you talk about in our nation, and he lives with his family. Right now, as we support the nation, he's also supporting the nation. He has got many awards like Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan and all. So he's supporting his family. He's living in India in family of a landlord at Mussoorie. That you should know about that. Now in the Mussoorie, India, in the Indian Council of, if you talk about the child education, it has also somehow recognized his role related to his literature, related to the growth of the children's literature and many more things, which is awarded also. So his work is awarded to him as the awards of Padma Shri. If you talk about Padma Bhushan, now when he got the Padma Shri, he got Padma Shri award in 1999. Okay, Padma Shri. And same as if you go more further, he got the Padma Bhushan award in 2014. So that was in the 2014. Now why people are getting this kinds of award? They are getting this kinds of award because sometime or most of the time they are contributed towards the nation, and they are also helping the nation by giving all the beautiful theories of their life, beautiful theories of their work, and the beautiful theories of the chapters too here. So we can say that he is also ready with this kinds of years where he was given the Padma Shri as well as the Padma Vibhushan. So before starting the lecture, I made you to understand who is Ruskin Bond. And if I talk about the chapter of today, it is like very funny. Not only funny, it will give you a lesson also. And it will also suggest you that whenever you are keeping a pet, you should know that what kind of pet should be that. Should that a pet which is doing all the kinds of work with you, obedient, or it should be a pet which is only ready to do all the mischievous thing. So this theory is related with this lesson only. The lesson's name is The Adventure of Toto, chapter 2, and let's start the lesson here. So starting phrase will be making you understand that with a question: have you ever had a baby monkey or any? See, whenever we need to tame an animal, whenever we need to keep a pet at home, obviously that pet is having best time in the childhood or when the pet is very small in the age to bring out at home. Because if you are bringing the big pet, they may sometimes cause you risk also. They can be making you in trouble. Imagine if you are keeping a big huge German Shepherd which is grown of 12 months or like we can say like a very well grown. Are you able to take that kind of things at home? And the answer will be no, sir, it is looking very dangerous. So when you are taking a small baby of any dog, any cat, okay, that is kitten, or any you are bringing any puppy, so that will be helping you to bond the relationship. But some pets are not about to bond the relationship, and they are always doing mischievous things, always mischievous things. So naughty they are. So in this chapter we'll talk about that kind of pet only, and the name of the pet itself is the Toto, and Toto is the monkey. Now monkeys are having different varieties in them. We can say starting from the primitive civilization, apes were there. They're also kind of a monkey, okay. Then orangutan is there, spider monkey is there, and we can say that Indian langoose monkeys are also there. Many more monkeys are there. We have lots of monkeys, but if you talk about the Toto, is a different monkey, the monkey which is looking so out of the world. So let's start the lesson here. The lesson says that if you have generally a pet, Toto is a baby pet in this lesson, and money, somehow we can say monkey is also related in this lesson with a age of a child, like a small baby monkey. And whatever the things which is done by this monkey small will be very, very interesting, funny, and it will give you a lesson also. So one thing we need to understand, my dear students, whenever you keep a pet, obviously you should understand by yourself, and you should think before bring a pet, that am I able to give the time to my pet, or just I have kept the pet for show off. That pet is not gonna live happy with you. You need to give time, you need to play with that, you need to give fresh food to that pet, you need to clean the surroundings where the pet is living of yours. So here we can say that if you are ready to take care of your pet properly, then only you are allowed, or then only you should take the pet at your home. Otherwise you should not take the pet at your home. Now see, grandfather in this story, the main leader, or we can say the main character, is the grandfather. As well the grandmother, okay, and the boy, which is played by the role by the Ruskin Bond. So now the grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver. Now what is Tonga driver? A cart which is pulled by horse is also known as the Tonga driver. In the ancient time, these kinds of Tongas were used. Now it is not used. Now we can say like all the cars are there, other e-rickshaws are there, and many more things are there. So at the sum of ₹5. So what was the amount of Toto? That was 5 rupees, okay. And somehow we can say feeding him through the cloth, or we can say tying him, making him control with the cloth. Grandfather used to keep at the first day to Toto at home. So what happened, he used to keep the little monkey tied to a feeding generally tied to a feeding through with the rope, and he was always like jumping, making some chattering sound, clapping, climbing here and there. So somehow we can say, and the monkey looks so out of the place. You know the meaning of out of the place? Out of the place means the monkey was looking very different. So grandfather thought that, okay, yeah, let me take this monkey, as it was tied with the Tonga driver on his Tonga. So grandfather said that, okay, let me take this monkey. I will keep this monkey at my zoo. It will add a different touch towards my zoo. So he kept that monkey. And later on, what happened, my dear students? Later on, when the day went passed out, slowly, monkey became more mischievous. So in this case, we can say that grandfather was using to add a Toto in his zoo. See, grandfather is having a zoo in this story. He's having a zoo. His zoo consists of several animals. It's not a big zoo, but a normal small zoo. And there the monkey has entered in the zoo. Now he was so notorious that one of the paragraph will come in which it is written that the Toto is making everybody trouble there. Everybody trouble. So he was looking so out of place. Toto was pretty monkey, was so beautiful monkey, cute monkey. See, whatever human babies are there, animal babies are there, they all are looking very cute when they all are very small. But as they grow up, they become adult and the cuteness somewhere goes away. So we need to understand that Toto was a pretty monkey, and his bright eyes sprinkled everywhere the shine of brightness. Means the eyes were so gleaming, so nice, mischievous eye. Mischievous beneath the eye, deep set of the eyebrows also. The eyebrows were also deep set here. It was very nice. And literally we can say, and the teeth which were pearly white, the teeth which are pearly white means it was not proper white, it was not perfect white, it was pearly white. It means that like off-white, it was like off-white, slightly yellowish color. And so as his smile to frighten the life of the elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. Elderly Anglo-Indian ladies, the ladies which were crossing from the street from his house, he used to make them frightened by showing them teeth and by making some sound that I will bite you. So he was enjoying that schedule. He was enjoying, while monkey was enjoying actually, while he was making frightened to the ladies. And apart from that, if you go more further, but his hands look so dried up. You know why the hands were looking so dried up? Because it may be like monkeys are always walking, or they're jumping, climbing by the hands and the legs only. They're all the parts of legs, and they're all the parts of hands also. So most of the time we can say the hands could be drying up. Drying up means it should be causing some of the rashes, okay, and somehow looking reddish. So now yet his fingers were quick and wicked. His fingers were very mischievous finger, quick. Anything could be taken directly by Toto. Anything at any time. So here like his hand was dried up so many years, it is looking like it has been pickled up in the sun, but actually it was not. It was just looking the dried up. So if we go more further in the story, my dear students, then we can understand that Toto was a pet of kind of a pet which was not really somehow trying to adjust with anyone. And therefore we can say that due to his good looks and his somehow his all the body language, grandfather bought him. Now there is a tail in his body language, or the body part. The tail, as per the grandfather, says that the tail is adding an extra beauty to the little cutie pie monkey, and grandfather was happy with that. He could use it somehow, we can say all the things here. So somehow we can say that grandfather believed that it would add a special touch. And he used his tail as a hand also to do some other work. Who used? Toto, the monkey, used his hands with the tails, and tails also his tail also he was using like a hand. So there's a different thing here. To hang here and there, to hang on the branch, we can say that, and it was capable to scoop up the things also, and decline might be out of the reach here. Means if my hand is not reaching till here, then in my place, we can say at my place Toto is there. Toto will obviously use its tail to erase the blackboard. Just for example. So we can say that Toto was a very funny monkey, and he was doing all the mischievous thing which was looking out of the world, and he was also looking out of the world. Now grandmother always somehow used to fuss with the grandfather whenever he bought a new pet. Grandmother, she always used to fuss, means she always used to battle with grandfather, query with grandfather, and she was not allowing him to bring extra more pet in the house. But as you know, grandfather was very fond of the pet he was bringing, and right now in the story he bought the Toto at home. Already lots of animals were living in his garage, in his small zoo, and now one more monkey is adding a touch. So when Toto came there, it was like a different scenario. It was not like the other animal. So now here, so grandfather decided to keep Toto as a secret, unless the grandmother is not having a good mood to tell her about. So grandfather is telling that, yeah, I should keep this monkey in a secret cupboard, and after that, when the grandmother's mood will be very good, I will give this, and I will say that, see, I bought a monkey. But today, or Toto, if you talk about, is not the theory which should be introduced right now. It's not the theory. So here he was hiding him. So so he kept a secret mission on the Toto, means he kept the Toto very, very much secret, hidden from her, until she was not having a practical good mind or good mood to listen about a new pet. So grandfather was quite interesting, and he was quite funny also, as well as he was quite risky. He was taking the risk in before of grandmother. So now we can say that now grandfather and I, means Ruskin Bond, put away the Toto, okay? He is telling that grandfather and I put the Toto away from that place, in our place only, but not near to the grandmother's place. So we kept the secret from the grandmother, Toto, and grandfather put away the little Toto into the closet, okay? Opening into my bedroom, the small closet like a cupboard, and he kept inside the Toto and gave the water also and the food also, which was actually opening to his room, so he can visit his room also, and he can become very happy. So now which was actually attached to my bedroom. So where was generally he was playing there, and so we also thought that to fasten it into the wall. We were thinking that Toto could be living good in this and in the closet, and it will open my bedroom directly. It will live in the cupboard, the big commode, okay? So now Toto was living inside. A few hours later, means like after 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours. After a few hours later, somehow grandfather was thinking that there's a sound coming from the bar. So now a few hours later, when grandfather and I came back, realized Toto, and we found that the walls were somehow torn apart with the coloring papers, means the papers which had been chosen by the grandfather, we can say ornamental paper and many more other things, was now somehow gone apart. He tore all the paper. You know, sometimes we decorate our inner walls with the beautiful papers, you can say like a gift paper. So we just made that wall very interesting, but when Toto entered there in the closet, he had torn all the papers, and now he was free to roam here and there internally. So now the peg in the wall had been wrenched out in the socket, and also the plaster was seen there. Now like there was no any peg in the closet, and the plaster was seen. It was so funny monkey and so mischievous monkey also. So they were thinking that now what shall we do with this monkey? Now what shall we do? So in this meanwhile, we can say that Toto was focused highly in the grade of notorious, and he was always doing naughty things only. Means he was doing mischievous thing. He was so out of the mischief. So in this case of theory, we can say Toto was a monkey where he was trying to do all those kinds of things, and the grandfather was a person, or he is a person who is trying to make him achieve or make him feel good, while he is generally going with his all the other theories. So my dear students, this lesson also focuses that how to train your animal or how to train your pet, because if you are not going to train your pet, obviously you can find some mistakes inside them, or you can find all the wrong points with them, and they will make you messed up. So if you go more further, now the wall were open, and now it was like just plaster was seen out, and Toto was very happy to do that, and he was climbing here and there and everywhere, to and fro also. So this is the basic theory about the lesson. And if you go more further, so why they made them hidden, why they made him to hide? Because somewhere grandmother was not wishing to accept this monkey, and that was a fear of the grandfather, and he said that we will not keep here. So as we move further, we can say that grandfather said that if you give him some hours, obviously he is going to escape from here. If you are giving him some hours, it will escape from here. So a few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release the Toto, we thought that let me release the Toto, now he'll play everywhere, because the small little monkey is sitting inside the closet. So let's release out here. We found that the walls had been covered with some ornamental paper, as I said you, was generally all the like torn apart, and now Toto was like about to make him free. So I wondered what grandmother will say. I wondered what grandmother will say when she will find that, here, what a hell monkey you bought out here. Which kind of monkey you bought out? It is showing so notorious here. So we can say that, okay, she will also see my school blazers as the grandfather has given me. See, wrenched out the socket and also torn up my blazers, like given a different touch to the blazers, and which had been hanging there in the shirts in the other group of the cloth. So I wondered what grandmother could say once again related to the Toto. I wondered that what grandmother will try to will she try to understand the theory that Toto did this, or she will say that you bought the monkey which is actually not sitting inside, or which is not fitting inside a zoo, or is not having any discipline at all, and is so out of the place. He is doing all the mischievous thing, my dear, all the mischievous thing. So this is the general theory which I am actually trying to make you understand. And lately what happened, grandfather says that give him some time, give him some time, he will escape. I am sure that he will escape from that all area of whatever you have kept inside. So now, like a grandfather is telling that kind of thing, that he is so clever too. He added in his personality some of the pouncing words, that he is so clever. Give him some time. I'm sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer or of your blazer into the rope, and he will try to make escape from there. वो भाग जाएगा वहाँ से. Give him some time. He's so mischievous. See, grandfather was not having any problem with the Toto's work, mischievous thing. He was happy, and he was telling that, yeah, monkey is so notorious, he's so mischievous, and he's so like looking out of the place. So this is very good monkey, I like it. And so here, his presence in the house still was a secret. His presence in the house was still a secret that they were hiding from the grandmother. So in the next part, what will happen, we'll see out Till then you can revise this lesson. This lesson is very interesting, and also you can refer this lesson of the lesson which is named as The Adventure of Toto, and I'm teaching you part 1, and we'll meet in the other part. I'll take this lesson more forward. Take care, keep revising. Jai Hind.